list doesn't work. What if we renamed that something to be useful? So there's students currently being stored in there. What I kind of want to do is make sure that we split every single thing on individual new lines. So let's make students equal whatever it was before dot split. So we're going to break it apart on every new line. Just to check that it works, let's print students. And how about I print it beforehand so we can see the difference. But that'll disappear in a second. Control and S, and run it. So we don't see anything yet. If I press 4, so originally all 3 students are in 3 lines as it goes across. Now I've split them into each list item. Now it would be brilliant if I could also split them on the comma, so that I could have them as individual items of data as well. Let's not kill that just yet. So let's take that out. Students equals split. Right. What that means I can do, because this is now partly a list, and they're split up into Bob's record, Tracy's record, I can now for student in students, for player in rugby team, whatever one you've got, I want to loop through, and I want to temporarily set, no, let's not do temporary anything, let's have a count, start from 0. So students count, so that's the whole list, and firstly in the 0th position, is going to equal to whatever student was before, but split on a comma. And then, so that it makes it move from one to the next, I'm going to add 1 to the count. Print students. Let's take a look. Take register. So now I can go through Bob, who's 17, and they're 2 separate pieces of data. I've got Tracy, who's 16, and they're 2 separate pieces of data, separated here, and Helen as well. Alright, brilliant. But I don't want to print just the students. At this point, I'm taking the register. So for student in students, I want to print student 0, so their first thing that's in there is their name. Do I want to print or do I want to input? That's their mark. Let's run it. So if I want to take the register, I want to loop through every student. Oh, expected, we've got 2. So let's, instead of using a comma, use a plus. And probably want to put some space. For Bob. Depends on what you've put in as your code. This doesn't validate it yet, but that does at least get that value from them. So I would be considering creating a function here to take in that value, and I'd pass it that piece of information. So for example, take register, I'd pass it the student's name, and then have to go all the way to the top. Def take register. This would be the student. So print mark equals input student. Learn from our mistakes. Mark equals input student if mark does not equal p for present, or mark does not equal a for absent, print, error, need to enter E present or A absent. Return, take register. Register student. Because that'll go through again. Else, it shouldn't be an or, it should be an and, because it's neither of them. Return mark. So whatever they put in is either a P or an A. Now here, they're not necessarily going to enter a capital letter, so I can use a full stop after their input and uppercase whatever they typed on in to double check, to make it minimal problems as possible. F5, take register, Bob, Q, error, Q, lowercase p still works. Okay, it doesn't store it because we're going to have to put that into a CSV file, but it does at least take that register point at that moment, which means when we get to here, this is where we're going to have to store that value. But that's in the next one.